Welcome to Kenya. Sorry, we've been gone for so long. We had some tech difficulties with our comms yesterday, and we have done probably about 100 kilometers already this morning to get to an area we've never been to before, and it is absolutely incredible. There's a black-backed jackal walking down the road, but I've got some news, and it's quite big news. And of course I forgot, my name is Brent, Leo Smith. I've got Dangerous Dave Easter on camera, and there's a herd or a group of about 15 to 20,000 wildebeest that never leave the sort of Mara area, and all of a sudden they're rolling in from the conservancies into the main reserve now. We saw a herd of probably 700 or 800 earlier, but unfortunately we didn't have signal there. But we've got up on top of the hill, and you can see there's a town in the background. That is the town of Talek. And these wildebeest are just rolling in. So this isn't the main migration yet. This is the local migration from the conservancies and from the hills outside of the Mara National Reserve into the reserve itself. And we can see there's some giraffe as well. And everywhere you go in the Mara, there seems to be a sleeping hyena. Or two, in this case. And we are right at the top end of the Talek Valley, and we're actually heading towards, well, we thought we were going to get there a bit earlier, towards the Sand River, but we didn't. And that was because there was a river crossing on the Talek that I took one look at, well, actually took multiple looks at, walked through it a few times, ummed and ahed for a good probably 10 minutes, and eventually decided that, you know what, it's a very long way for anyone to come rescue us, and discretion is the better part of valor. As much as I really wanted to try across that river crossing, sense prevailed, as in Jamie and Dave, and we had to go the long way around. But it was quite an adventure. We got to see the little town of Talek, which was quite cool. I haven't been there before, and we gave one of the park rangers a lift on his way on to leave, so it worked out. Look, this is just a small herd of wildebeest. They keep coming. So they're moving into the area from outside of the National Reserve, from the conservancies. Side-striped jackal, he's sleeping way up ahead on the side. I'll get a bit closer for you, Dave. I'll go a bit closer. One side-striped jackal in the whole time I've been here, and it was a very fleeting glimpse, and it looked a bit shell-shocked, and that's probably because of the amount of blackbacks and side-stripes there are around. Blackbacks and hyenas and lions there are around. And also you must remember that the side-striped is more of an insectivore and a fruitarian, and they eat a lot more sort of fruits and insects than they do carrion. Where did he go? I thought he was sleeping just up here. Has he done a disappearing act on us? Oh dear. How do you lose a jackal in a vast open plain? Ask Brent, Dave. They've managed to do it. Take your eye off him for a second. Okay, well, we're going to keep moving from here. We're going to see what else we can find. Quite exciting to be in a new area, and while we do that, it seems like Ali is in search for a leopard. I think the secret's out the bag. The migration is about a couple of weeks early. So what we saw earlier wasn't the main migration. That was indeed the local migration. But now we're with the front-running zebras that have crossed from Tanzania. I got word yesterday that the migration had made its way towards the Sand River border, and that's why we got out so early this morning, and we've gone on a really long trip, and I wasn't expecting to catch them for at least another 10 or 15 kilometers, but here come the front runners of the Great Migration. And so far mostly zebra. There's the odd wildebeest in amongst them, but isn't this just spectacular? There's just this line of animals coming from the south. Remember, hashtag Safari Live if you have any questions for us. And welcome to the start of the big bonanza. I don't even know how to describe this. I'm just so happy. Yeah. So we're about 15 kilometers from the Tanzanian boundary. And look at them, they're just streaming over. We're going to keep heading towards where they're coming from. We're hoping to catch up with the main herd of wildebeest as well, the first of the main herds that is coming across. And there's some tipple skirchies in the background, that Masai giraffe. Here comes some wildebeest. So I said, not many wildebeest yet, mostly mostly zebras, but there we go. You can see that distinct white beard. Isn't this just too amazing? Now, of course, as wonderful as the migration it comes with one slight human irritant. And that is more flies than you've ever seen in your life. So, I'm not sure what's happened. I think FC has accidentally put me on hold, so I'm not hearing them or getting any questions. I don't think it was intentional, or maybe they are just tired of the sound of my voice. I can see some major panic happening back at Djuma at the moment. It's the button that says hold. Well, anyway, we'll just keep chatting about the migration. So, as I said, it's probably about the main migration, or you must remember there's not only one main migration, there's multiple main migrations. Oh, wait.
Oh, they just hung up on you.
They hung up on me. So, I'm assuming we're still live, so we're just going to carry on. Oh, there we go, they're calling back. Hello? Hi guys, can you hear me?
I think Ali's searching for leopard.
Okay, well, we're not sure what happened with the comms there, but remember, we are live and out in the middle of the Masai Mara in Kenya. Isn't it fantastic? And we're going to keep trying to find the main herd of the migration. While we do that, let's hope Ali has better luck with spots, because we've had lots of luck with stripes. Some zebra? There's a few more than some zebra, but you can hear there's a few more wildebeest in this area as we keep moving closer towards Tanzania. We sound like killing Marco Polo.